Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Johnson. How high are your goals? What are you seeking in life? Do you want to experience life on the edge and find it exciting, or do you just want to live a careful, stable, slow life until you die? The choice is yours. Of course, you're willing to get into discomfort and kind of face your challenges? Would you just rather sit on your failures and moan? Consider the epitome of success. Is it the one who inherits a fortune and then lives rich, or the one who builds his fortune by working on his dreams? Fact is, it doesn't matter. Although their final outcome might be similar, we all travel down a different road, and true success is found in how we look at it. Is it the person who accepts a mediocre relationship in lieu of the dream that he had in mind, or that is where it probably will always stay in his mind? Or is it the leader who fails miserably, takes the punches, learns from his hurt and grief, studies his mistakes, and then rises to try again? When do we make sense of it all? When the people who rise above the ashes and clean themselves off to try again, somewhere those people are going to succeed, and even if they don't, our hearts are with their efforts. The way we handle our disappointments and failures is every bit and even more important than how we achieve our success. Some of the greatest companies became, at one point or another, the worst of companies in their failure. Their survival is in their history. And somewhere when they were able to come back on top, they earn our respect. The greatest leaders in history experience their mistakes in the midst of their failures, and we become the better for it. Usually, their defeats are public, open for all to see, humbling, and reminding us in our failure that we are human, often mistaken in our judgment and paying for our misjudgment. But a true leader never accepts this condition as their finality. There's no time to dwell on disappointment. There's no space for losing confidence in ourselves. This is another day, another hour when a risk can be taken and should be taken. A risk that, if successfully completed, will put you back on the top. These kind of people offer hope, comfort in our spirit and misshapen lives, and optimism in a world that is anxious to see us disgraced. These leaders have no time to point their finger at someone else and tell them how badly they've been treated, but instead are remaking their lives from the ground up. Now, it's tough-minded leaders who walk in the midst of the obstacle jungle and present possibilities to a war-torn, business-bankrupt world that actually turns them into leaders. These leaders are the hope of the human spirit, unleashing their possibilities on us and making us rethink our own failures. We live in a world of despair, of floods from a hurricane that's taken our homestead, or financial ruin that has brought us bankruptcy, of jobless people that have no means of support. We must drag from our inner being the leadership in all of us and change these worlds into a world of hope and possibility. We must recognize the personal challenge we face in relationships, in business, and we must make the decisions that will turn these challenges into great accomplishments. But it's up to us to do it. Life does not have to be, nor should it be, easy. Rain falls on the just and the unjust. We must believe in ourselves, in our individual spirit, and we must rise above the pain. Don't pray for a time when these problems will pass. Pray for strength now to overcome these problems in God's presence and in the presence of our fellow man now, today, and to be an example of one who fell and got up, and fell again and got up again, and who will keep going up until he succeeds. And remember this: failure only comes when you quit.